Okay, so let's set the scene. The year is 1968. You've got student riots just paralyzing Tokyo. The Vietnam War is all over the news. It's a really messy, violent time.
It really is.
Now, imagine you drop a medical genius, a student, right into the middle of all that chaos. That, right there, is the premise of Young Blackjack.
Such a fascinating and pretty gritty concept. It's a manga script by Yoshiaki Tabata, art by Yugo Okuma, that tries to answer a question fans of Osamu Tezuka have had for, well, for decades.
Right. How did this brilliant medical student, Kuru Hazama, become the unlicensed black market surgeon we all know as Blackjack?
Exactly.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. First, I think we need to get a handle on the who, what, and where of this origin story, just the basic overview.
Sure.
Then I really want to dig into what makes it so special, specifically how it uses real history and these classic Tezuka characters to build its world.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
And for the overview, you really have to start with Hazama himself. In the original series, Blackjack is, well, he's almost a Superman, right? He's stoic, unflappable, totally.
But here, he's just a 22-year-old kid at a place called Honkoshi University. And more than anything, he is just desperate.
Desperate feels like. Maybe an understatement. The source material brings up this massive debt almost immediately. He owes 300 million yen.
Yeah, that's the number.
Yeah.
It's for medical costs for himself and his mother from a past incident. And that figure is just, it's staggering, especially for 1968.
I can't even imagine.
And it drives everything. He isn't performing these back alley surgeries because he's some kind of rebel. He's doing it because he's drowning financially. He lives in a bathless apartment. He can't even afford proper materials to practice with.
The detail that really stuck with me from the reading was the fish. He's practicing suturing on living fish.
It sounds bizarre, I know. But it's meant to highlight both his poverty and his incredible precision. The idea is, if he can stitch a delicate fish fin without killing it, human tissue is, well, it's manageable.
Well, but he's not alone in this world. The series gives him foils, like Maiko Okamoto. She's an intern who represents the rigid, by-the-book side of medicine.
And on the other end of that, you have a character like Dr. Yabu, who seems much, much darker.
Oh, Yabu is the cautionary tale. He's a doctor who's completely traumatized by World War II. He's terrified of blood, and he's addicted to Philippon, which is basically meth. He's the failed doctor.
And that actually brings us to the setting, because he ends up going to Vietnam, right?
He does, and that's maybe the biggest shift from the original Blackjack. The original always feels timeless, almost.
Like a fable.
Exactly. This series, Young Blackjack, anchors itself so firmly in real history. The Tokyo University protests aren't just background art, they're actively disrupting his education.
And the Vietnam War isn't just a news headline.
Not at all. Characters go there. The story is basically arguing that Hazama's outlaw morality, it wasn't born in a vacuum. It was forged by a world that was itself legally and morally chaotic.
Okay, so speaking of building that world, we have to talk about the star system. For someone new to Tezuka, this might just seem like a normal cast. But for fans, this is a huge crossover event, isn't it?
It's pure Tezuka. It's his signature technique. He treated his character designs like a troupe of actors. He'd cast the same faces in different roles across his different works. Young Blackjack leans into that hard.
I definitely recognized Hayaki Maruo. I mean, that design is unmistakable.
A brilliant choice. He's played by the hero from Doro. In that story, he's a samurai missing dozens of body parts. Here, he's a surgeon who lost his limbs and uses these incredible high-tech prosthetics to operate.
So you're taking a samurai revenge story and sort of translating it into a medical drama.
Precisely. And then there's Dr. Kiriko. In the classic stories, he's Blackjack's main rival. They call him Dr. Death because he specializes in euthanasia.
But here, he's completely different.
Completely. He's a really passionate U.S. Army doctor in Vietnam trying to save lives on the battlefield.
That's just tragic irony. You're watching him fight so hard for life, knowing what he's destined to become.
It gives the character this sense of doomed nobility, and it just reinforces the whole show's theme. How do you hold on to medical ethics when your environment, a war zone, a riot, doesn't seem to value human life at all?
So in the end, Young Blackjack isn't just a simple prequel. It's a historical drama that uses the absolute chaos of the 1960s to explain how a good student could become a dark legend.
That's the perfect takeaway. And it leaves you with a really provocative thought. We tend to judge Black Jack for operating outside the system, outside the law.
Hmm.
But when you look at the corruption and the violence of his world in 1968, you have to ask yourself, was stepping outside the law the only way he could actually be a doctor?
A question of law versus ethics. A great place to leave it. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.